You know, on a typical day at school, you're probably spending endless hours learning the answers to questions that people already figured out a long time ago. But in this explainer, we're doing the exact opposite. We're going on a mission to explore the biggest, most mind-bending questions that absolutely no one knows the answers to yet.
Because here's a simple, kind of humbling truth to start us off. We really don't know everything. I mean, sure, humans have learned a massive amount over the centuries, but there is still so much out there in the dark universe that we just completely do not understand. And honestly, diving into that unknown, right to the very edge of knowledge, is an incredibly fun place to be.
Okay, let's dive right in with a massive number, 1 million. To even begin to understand the universe, we have to completely scale up our perspective. Just think about the sun for a second. It's up there every single day, right? But it is so impossibly huge that you could fit exactly 1 million Earths inside of it. Think about that, 1 million.
So imagine zooming out from our tiny home, Earth, to that massive sun. But in the grand scheme of the cosmos, our sun is just a tiny, microscopic pinprick. It's just one of about 400 billion stars spinning around in the Milky Way galaxy. And it gets even crazier, because the Milky Way is just one of maybe 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe.
Let me put that huge scale into perspective for you with sand. Imagine if every single star was just the size of a single grain of sand. Just the stars in our Milky Way would fill a whole 30-foot by 30-foot beach piled 3 feet deep. But if you wanted to build a beach for all the stars in the entire universe, that beach would stretch on for hundreds of millions of miles. Literally, the Earth doesn't even have enough beaches to hold all that sand. So, space is giant, obviously. But what if it's even bigger than that? And that brings us to our first really huge mystery, the multiverse. This is the mind-bending idea that our universe might not be the only one out there. A lot of scientists actually believe there could be countless other parallel universes bubbling right next to ours, operating on completely different rules.
Now, imagine a 1 followed by 500 zeros. That unimaginably huge number is how many possible universes some theories predict could be out there in this multiverse. I mean, there might even be parallel worlds where multiple copies of you exist right now. Maybe even ones where you made entirely different choices in your life. How crazy is that?
Now, with a universe, or a multiverse, that is so unimaginably huge, we naturally have to ask our next great mystery. Back in 1950, a scientist named Enrico Fermi looked up and asked a very simple but totally profound question. Where is everybody? If the universe is this incredibly massive and packed with so many stars and planets, why haven't we seen any aliens yet?
This huge mystery is known as the Fermi Paradox. Basically, the universe is incredibly huge and super old, so alien life should definitely exist somewhere. But so far, we have found absolutely zero evidence of it. Let's just do some quick math here. Data from our space telescope suggests there could be 500 billion planets in our Milky Way galaxy alone. Even if only a tiny, tiny fraction of those are friendly to life, that still leaves millions of planets that could potentially harbor aliens right this second. And when you look at the timeline of the universe, it gets even weirder. You've got the Big Bang, right? And then 9 billion years pass before the Earth even forms. So the really crucial point here is that Earth was actually super late to the cosmic party. Countless other planets had a multi-million or even billion-year head start on us, and that is plenty of time for them to invent advanced spaceships or giant energy harvesting machines that we should be able to see easily. Yet when we look up into the night sky, we see absolutely no spaceships. We hear no radio signals. Space is completely, entirely silent. So why is it so quiet? Well, scientists have brainstormed several different ideas to explain why space is keeping its secrets so well. Let's look at a few of these possibilities. There are a few main theories we can look at. First, maybe intelligent life is just extremely rare. Maybe Earth was an incredibly lucky accident that only happened once in 4 billion years. Second, maybe the aliens are out there, but they're hiding or cloaked, using technology that's just way too advanced for us to detect. Or third, maybe they're simply too far away, and the universe is expanding so incredibly fast that their light or signals will literally never reach us.
You can really sort these ideas into 2 distinct buckets, the scary explanations and the hopeful ones. The scary ideas suggest that maybe some paranoid super-civilization is out there obliterating any competitors, so everyone else is keeping quiet on purpose just to survive. But the hopeful ideas, they suggest we just aren't looking closely enough yet, Or maybe we're just looking in the wrong ways because we haven't invented the right technology to tune into their signals.
Actually, one of the coolest hopeful theories is all about getting small. Just think about our own human technology for a second. We went from these giant, clunky stereo systems to tiny, sleek little smartphones. Well, what if a highly advanced alien civilization did the exact same thing with themselves? To reduce their footprint on the environment, maybe they shrank themselves down and became microscopic. Honestly, our solar system could be teeming with invisible aliens right now, and we'd have no idea.
Ultimately, all of this speculation brings us back to one massive, looming question. Are we completely alone? Whether the universe is secretly teeming with microscopic, cloaked aliens, or whether Earth really is the single, solitary planet with intelligent life, either answer is totally mind-blowing when you really stop to think about it.
The universe is definitely keeping its secrets for now, but scientists are absolutely not giving up. Right now, we are actively searching for space signals through programs like SETI, where even citizen scientists like you can help look. We're scanning promising nearby planets to see if they have life-friendly conditions, and down here on Earth, scientists are even trying to create entirely new types of life from scratch in labs just to see how else it could possibly exist.
There's a really famous saying that goes, "The more you know, the more amazing the world seems." And you know what? It is completely okay that we don't have all the answers right now. Not knowing isn't the bad thing at all. In fact, it's exactly these crazy, unanswered mysteries that pull us forward. The quest for knowledge literally never gets boring. And honestly, that brings us to a really beautiful realization. Wondering is just as important as knowing. The simple fact that you and I are here on this tiny blue planet with the ability to think, to dream, and to ask these absolutely massive questions, that might just be one of the most important and awe-inspiring facts about our entire universe.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought as we wrap up our explainer today. Keep exploring the unknown. Keep looking up at the stars, stay endlessly curious, and ask yourself, what giant mystery of the universe will you try to solve next?